I want to go back to school, finish my senior year.
They can't let an almost 40-year-old do high school.
High school was just like yesterday for me. It will not be weird at all.
Rebel Wilson stars in Senior Year. She plays the popular high school girl who fell into a coma 20 years ago. Now she's awake and wants to relive her high school glory days, but things have changed a lot in this raunchy comedy over on Netflix.
Family camp is the highlight of our year. You ask our family, it's the greatest place on earth.
Family Camp tells the story of a family hoping to bond during a week away at camp. Now, it wasn't screened for critics, but it looks like it has some fun PG-rated comedy and a nice family message.
That was fun.
That was something.
You're welcome.
She's the first of her kind. A real life superhero.
Firestarter is a remake of the 1984 Drew Barrymore movie, the updated story of a little girl who has supernatural ability to create fires with her mind. Shadowy government officials want to turn the girl into a weapon, forcing her to go on the run with her family. This is a pretty standard sci-fi thriller that relies mostly on pyrotechnics, but never really rises to the level of anything special. I didn't hate it, but I'm not sure why they felt the need to remake this movie.
Please, I can help you.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
And that's what's new this week in the movies. I'm Sean McBride, the movie guy.
You know what? If you're watching the show long enough, you know I don't have to say that, because as soon as you see the guy to my right, you know it's Friday. It's Sean.
Me.
He's going to get Friday tattooed on his forehead, just so you know.
Yeah, very good.
Movies.
Unfortunately, it's also Friday the 13th. And that does not bode well for us this week.
No.
So some weeks I'm here with good news.
But I was going to ask, it seems like I was looking at the titles of the movies, and it seems like one of them, is it Firestarter?
Firestarter
Wasn't
remake?
that kind of supposed to be a big movie?
You know, I do think people were excited about it. I'm not exactly sure why. The 1984 movie, I must admit.
Oh, this is still the Stephen King?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
right.
really?
A remake of the 1984 movie that made Drew Barrymore famous, you know, obviously here.
Right.
I must admit, I was in South America when this came out, so my remembrances of this movie are in badly dubbed Spanish. I don't know why they're remaking this, but they did. Look, it's kind of the same story. A kid with pyrotechnic supernatural abilities. She can cause fires with her mind, and the shadowy government forces want to grab her and turn her into a super weapon. And she and her family, that's Zac Efron playing a dad now, but a dad who takes off his shirt and still has six-pack
Well,
abs.
of course, yeah.
You know, so it's that kind of a dad. But look, it's a Blumhouse film. It's one of those movies. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good by any means. It's kind of the story is pedestrian, serviceable enough. I think the acting. I think the acting of the girl is pretty good here.
Yeah.
And I think Zac Efron's fine. I think the special effects are fine. I just didn't see any real reason to get excited about this movie.
Well, you know, and I think why maybe I thought it was a big movie was because of Zac Efron. Yeah. Because I just kind of figured, okay, this is one of those projects. He's in it. It must be one they put a lot of stock in.
And it's got a whole bunch of character actors in supporting roles, and so you go, oh, I know that's Gloria Reuben from ER fame. We haven't seen her in a while, you know. So it's kind of nice to get into all of that, but it's just, like I said, it's a film that it's there. It's taking up the space after Doctor Strange, but 2 weeks before Top Gun, so it's filler.
Right.
Okay, I got you. So, but there are two more movies that are out this week. Are they both theatrical releases?
One of them is Family Camp, was only playing at the Tinseltown here. That wasn't screened for critics here, but basically it's a family. They're a dysfunctional comedic family, and the wife said, let's go to family camp. It's kind of a church camp. And when they get there, they knock heads with another family.
Gotcha.
Not screened for critics, but it looks like it's PG-rated comedy yucks and lots of family bonding.
Can I ask, I mean, as a critic, when they say, okay, we're not screening this for you guys, I mean, is that a red flag?
Yeah, I would think, right?
9 times out of 10, yes, but there are some studios that just think, Tyler Perry is famous for that. And I don't think Tyler Perry films are necessarily bad. He's just decided we don't need you. A lot of the faith-based movies also don't screen for critics simply because they're not in the system, you know, so they don't go through the PR agencies, so we don't hear about them beforehand.
Right, but it's not inherently bad. It just means that it could be bad, yeah, for sure.
There's a chance.
Yeah, you won't know until it gets to the theaters whether it is or isn't, I guess.
The one on Netflix, which is a Rebel Wilson comedy that I think is actually pretty good. She was the popular girl in high school in 1999, or I guess 2002, and she was a cheer captain, and she fell into a coma. And so 20 years later, she comes out of the coma, and she's still obsessed with becoming the prom queen. And so she goes back to high school. And the idea is that, okay, things have changed, but to some extent, nothing's really changed. It's one of those movies where it's an insular world. So like the new mean girl in school is the daughter of the mean girl that tormented her 20 years ago.
I gotcha. Well, something has changed. Rebel Wilson has changed.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, you know, when I look at that, I'm like, that's Rebel Wilson.
Right.
But yeah,
Exactly.
it is.
And she's funny, and you know, look, it's got a funny cast. It's got some nice jokes in it. Yeah, it's fun. It's over on Netflix too, so you won't have to go to the theater and suffer
there you
through
go.
Firestarter.
Yeah, I think it's kind of one of those things, you know what it is when you see it,
Yeah,
to
exactly.
some degree,
Oh, yeah.
if she's in it, right? Yeah. All right, so as you mentioned, we got another week that's going to be
So next week
empty
is Downton Abbey, and
okay,
Chip and Dale on Disney Plus. But Downton Abbey is the big one in theaters next week, and then it's Bob's Burgers and Top Gun, you know, and then there's 2 weeks after that we have a Jurassic Park sequel, and we've got, you know, summer's here,
I was
folks.
going to say, that's sure
yeah.
sign that summer has arrived.
Oh yeah, and I know people are excited for Top Gun. Kenny, you excited? I always see you with your Top Gun hat. Like, oh, he's ready.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are, you
Yeah.
know, for that idea. Where do they take it now? What characters will come back?
Where do they take it?
Will
They
we
take
see
it to
Val-
the danger zone. Come
Yeah,
on,
well,
Dan.
yeah, I think making the movie again, or another one is taking it to the danger zone in general. But also, you know, do we see Val Kilmer? And if we do, what role does he have? How does that play out? So yeah, a little bit of mystery surrounding
I'm excited.
that
We're going to see it on
movie.
Monday, so we're looking forward to
look
that.
forward to hearing
And it's
about it.
in Cannes this year, so it's big
Oh,
fancy
wow.
French film festival
How about
movie.
that?
So yeah.
All right. Sean, as always, thank you, my friend.